right, guys. Well, it is September 17th. It feels more like July 17th because it is 90 degrees, which hurts. I feel like I should be sitting on a beach somewhere with a beer and not working on deer hunting stuff, but it's September. I've got to get this stuff done because October 1 rolls around the corner very, very shortly. So figured I'd give you guys an update on my summer. Kind of, if we rewind the clock back to June, I went on our annual backpack canoeing trip up to the Quikrete Park in Ontario. Unbelievable trip. Me and my buddies, we do this every single year. My cousin joined us this year and had the time of our lives. We caught, gosh, the first day we were in the park, I'll bet you we caught 150 smallmouth, and the average size being 20 inches. I mean, I'll have the guys cycle some of the photos here because it doesn't seem believable, but unbelievable topwater action. Hammered walleye, pike. I ended up catching my personal best, 44-inch northern pike. I actually ended up catching her twice, which is the craziest thing about it, but unbelievable fight on that fish. I'll show you guys a quick little clip here of me catching her. Very intense fight, no net, and a whole lot of ambition, as you can hear in me and my cousin's voices. So after that, did our trip up to Minnesota to visit my girlfriend's family up in northern Minnesota at their family cabin. Did a whole lot of other trips, went to Lake of the Ozarks, went up to my family cabin up in northern Wisconsin. So I have been every single direction known to mankind this summer. A lot of fishing, not a lot of hunting stuff, hence why I have been MIA all summer long here. But as you can see, I've got a little project up my sleeve here tonight. And no, even though it does look quite good, I'm not brushing in my ATV to hunt out of it. I've got this big white pine. I've got a post hole digger. I've got some concrete. I'd love to say I've got ambition, but it's so dang hot, it's hard to have that. But since it's so late in the summer already here, I got to get ready for fall. So I'm going to quit talking. I'm already starting to sweat and I haven't even started digging a hole, but come with me today. I'm going to dig a hole and try to make a mock rub / scrape tree in front of one of my spots that I'm hoping to hunt here this year. And kind of with my own little twist on it to see if it works. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here shortly. All right, some of the tools that are needed. Big white pine branch or tree, whatever bucks rub in your area. Today I'm picking that lonely white pine. Then to make it a quick removal tree, replaceable, we've got that PVC. It's a 4-inch PVC. If you want to use 6, you can use 6 as well. But the tree should slide in that. Got our post hole digger to dig the hole. A little bit of Quikrete and the jug of water. And then obviously you want to put it in front of a spot you can hunt. And that's going to be one of these trees here. There's a walnut tree behind this bright one, which sitting here right now kind of makes me want to sit in the one behind it because it'll act as a little bit of cover and shade when the sun sets. But one of those trees right there, 20 yards away, we're going to put the scrape. Got our standing corn. We got our really thick bedding here. Got a nice little overhanging oak that the deer have been pounding here. So it's a good spot. Got a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, we got some clover chicory growing in here. The deer are just mashing it up. So let's get digging. Please let there be no rock. Please. Oh, I might have hit stone on the first try. You know what I might do? I'm going to get started with the other shovel. Oh. Nothing but flint and concrete. So what I need to get is a skid steer with an auger. That would be a novel concept. Making progress, but goodness grief. Look at this. That's 50% dirt, 50% chunks of flint. I'm making enough flakes up here. People are going to think someone was building arrowheads. Just nothing but rock. Big rock. Big flint. Not fun to dig through, but we're making progress. Tip number 1, don't forget water for yourself, because I'm about ready to start chugging out of that jug. Ooh, that's about there. So what I do want is a little bit of this pipe sticking out of the ground. Not quite 8 inches, but if I can get 4 more inches down, that'll leave it up and out of the ground just enough to where when I'm planting, I'll be able to see that exposed out of the ground so I don't hit it with a drill or equipment when I'm driving through planting or spraying or whatever. So then I can easily find it for next year. But getting closer. There's our Quikrete and our lovely jug of water. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get this thing seated properly. And just like the bag says, just add water. So we've got water. So we're just gonna pour this 40-pound bag in here, fill it up as best as we can. Not inside, because that's where the tree's supposed to go, just on the outside. And this tube's kind of old, it's a little roughed up, so I'm hoping it partially adheres to it and creates a pretty good lock on it. With the amount of stones that are in there, I know it's not gonna be the dirt that uproots. That's for sure. So note to self, if you're digging a 2 to 3 foot hole, a 40-pound bag of Quikrete fills it in just about right. All right, now that that is firmly secured in the ground, time for this to get dressed up to fit inside the PVC pipe. So since we have to get this thing to slide into the PVC, we obviously have to trim several of these branches in order to slide it down into the hole. And then we also want to leave some open space for the bucks to obviously rub it. The nice thing about this branch here is that it veers off and then it comes out at a pretty hard 45-degree angle here. I think that's where I'll hang the licking branch down. So it'll be a rubbing tree if we get a buck that's super aggressive and wants to rub. And then we'll have a scraping tree within about 20 yards of the tree that I'll be sitting in my tethered saddle. So let's grab the saw and get busy. Might hang on to one of these as the licking branch. So we'll set those to the side. Let's see if we can test fit her. Oops, not yet. We got a couple more to go. Like a glove. Nice. She's not as straight as I'd like her to be, but you know what? I don't think the bucks care. The other thing is, which direction do I want her to face? Maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. Probably gonna limb these couple last limbs up, but I'm gonna anchor it first. Well, there you have it. She is in the ground, she is sturdy, and that concrete hasn't entirely set yet. I'm gonna dress the concrete with the dirt here. I don't know, this branch, they'll probably use this as a scrape, but the better branch and the 2-yard closer shot is on the other side of the tree, that big 45-degree branch that I was talking about earlier. I think that's where I'll dangle, trying to decide if I do a pine branch or if I do the grapevine like I normally run. Like I said, you guys see me run scrapes, mock scrapes all the time. So anything that can get the deer in front of me, good broadside shot, up close and personal is definitely a big tip of mine. So Final step is going to be dressing this with dirt, and then I'm going to whack away with my little golf club handy whacker, make a mock scrape, and then we're good to go here. I'll put a stealth cam on it and see what we see. We'll zip tie that and hang it just like that. Oh no, I lost my knife. It's amazing we can even get anything to grow in this rock.